So Dale, if you could please introduce yourself and tell us about your project.
Sure. Well, I'm chairman of a football club called Green Rovers, and our project was to create a very different kind of football club. We began in 2010. It started as a rescue mission of our local football club called Green Rovers, and we being Ecotricity, green energy company, decided that getting involved in football, we would take our mission, our work into the world of football. We were about primarily green energy, excuse me, but we extended our work a few years ago to include transport and food, because we started in energy because it was the biggest single source of carbon emissions, and then we looked around and we found the second and third biggest were transport and food, and between the three of them, 80% of everybody's personal carbon footprint is created, and that's driven by the decisions everybody makes every day. So that's the kind of template of our approach, and we took that into the world of football through Green Rovers, and we thought that we could reach a new audience of people, actually, people that had not really been touched by eco-messaging in the past. It's quite an improbable combination, I think, the environment and football, and but we pulled it off. This was 2010 when we started. We're now in 2018. We've been promoted up one league of English football. We've reached 3.5 billion people around the planet just in the last 12 months with our message. And I think mainly that's because of this improbable combination of sport, if you like, or football in particular, and the environment, that you can run a green football club in our case and actually do it successfully. It's caused an awful lot of media attention and attention from other sports clubs and organisations around the world. So it's been a great success.
What was the reaction when you first started doing this?
Well, the reaction was a little bit of shock, I would say, because it was football, and it's kind of fairly traditional sport, and we were kind of we were tackling some contentious issues, diet in particular.
Yes.
We took red meat off the menu. That was the most contentious thing we did, and a small element of our fan base took that badly. Felt that it was wrong and a mistake, and we just engaged with them, talked about why we were doing it, and we said, look, a football game is a couple of hours per fortnight on average. Come to a game not to eat what you normally eat. Come and try something new, and we put on some great food. It's all handmade and locally sourced. And now vegan.
And vegan beer as well.
We have vegan beer and vegan wine, and our fans have come along and tried it, and they love it. And some of the biggest critics of the step back in 2010 are now the biggest fans of what we do. We've quadrupled food sales since 2010, and it's just like almost the most popular thing we do.
But you're also engaging the local community as well. And so what are the kind of programs that you have?
Well, we have something we call a Fit to Last scheme. We reach out to school kids in particular. We put on cookery lessons, a bit like you do. We've actually just got a spin-off range of school dinners, which hopefully will be on school menus up and down Britain this Easter. That's come out of our kitchen at Forest Green, really. We've made some vegan food, especially for school kids. We have a bunch of kind of days where we throw the gates open for kids to come to games and that kind of stuff, and we just do a whole load of things to engage with the local community, and particularly with kids around football, but using football as a way to talk to them about the environment.
And can you talk about some of because I know you have a solar-powered robot?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about those kinds of things?
The things
that you
we've
have?
done? Yeah, sure. They kind of fit into those categories of energy, transport and food. So on the energy front, we've got solar panels on one of the stands of our stadium. We make about 20% of our own electricity. The stuff that we don't make, we bring in from the grid, but we bring it in from windmills. So we're 100% green powered. We have an organic football pitch, so we don't put any pesticides or fertilizers on it, but we do. We have natural fertilizers. We feed it with Scottish seaweed at the moment, which is working the best. Yeah, and it's a great football pitch. It looks really good. We catch the water from underneath the pitch and we put it back on so that we conserve water. Charging points for electric cars. And the solar Mobot, which is it's about as big as that table, and it trundles around the pitch.
Yeah, it's kind of cute, actually.
Autonomously, yeah, it is. Yeah, and when the batteries are flat, it goes and plugs itself into the panels and charges itself up again. And of course, we've vegan food for our players and visitors as well.
So, what's your favorite
food?
vegan? What's your favorite meal that you serve at the stadium?
I'm a big chip fan, so I like chips. But the favourite thing that comes out of the kitchen, other than that, I would say, is we call it the Q pie, and so it's a handmade pie. The main ingredient is corn, and it comes on a bed of mashed potato in a sea of gravy with peas and fried shredded leeks on top. It looks fantastic and it tastes fantastic.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'd like to have that for lunch.
Yeah.